one way.
Fayose, a self-styled professor of politics, who remains the first Ekiti man to defeat two incumbents at two separate attempts under the banner of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, says he has no regrets openly supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress and Mr. Ayodele Yebanji, Governor of Ekiti State, also of the APC. At his last visit to Ekiti State, he paid a surprise courtesy call to former Governor Segun Oni, the first runner-up in the 2022 governorship election in Ekiti State, under the banner of the Social Democratic Party SDP, at his Ipapi country home. A move both leaders describe as devoid of politics, but rather engaging in developmental talks to move Ekiti forward as critical stakeholders. Prominent Nigerians across political divides have also paid Fayose congratulatory visits ahead of his 65th birthday at his Lagos residence. They include the immediate past Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who described Fayose as, quote, a resilient and steadfast Nigerian who follows whatever he believes in doggedly, end of quote. In his words, two-term governor of Anambra State, under the banner of the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA, and presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023, Mr. Peter Obi, described Fayose as, quote, a nationalist and a man of honor whose political relevance transcends party lines, an evergreen political figure whose influence and courage remain indelible in Nigeria's political space, end of quote. Strangely, unlike the norm when people love to be eulogized with beautiful words crafted on their tombs after passage to eternity, Fayose says he does not want to be remembered for anything.
So let us leave story of PDP and APC aside. Ashwabi, with all due respect to him, with all due respect to Nigerians, remains our leader. I don't care what you say. If you don't want me in PDP, take your party. But we cannot say tomorrow will be good and see good in your opponent and don't mention it. The young man in Ekiti, the governor there, has stretched out his hands, has reached out to everybody. Do we now come out and destroy him because we want to show a hard line or show to be hardliners? I did a flyover in Ekiti, caused a downtown to happen. He's doing the same thing. He completed the airport, the railroad, and many good works of this young man. So I should now come out because I'm in PDP and say, no, it's not working. No, life is not lived like that. And the older we get, we're much of a better person. We should be saying, doing what elders should do. Elders create environments for peace. For me, I have no regrets supporting Yebanji. I'm not a member of his party. You will never see his logo on my body, on my cars, or anything I do for him. But Yebanji, I am with him to return, finish his job. When he's leaving, we look for another responsible person who will continue the good job. Don't remember me for anything. And when I die, let me say this. Because death is inevitable. My body belongs to Ekiti State government. My body, I'm delivering a letter to the governor on behalf of the governors to come. Let us say in another 20, 30 years, 15 years, whatever time, to the glory of God. Ekiti State government takes over my body and I must be buried within 4 weeks. Because of the state, because the state might not be ready within 2-3 days, or we allow them 4 weeks. And my children are to wear their own clothes and their family and follow the government of Ekiti at the time to do the needful. And I've told them there's a triangle in my grandmother's home. The mother of my father had made the garden there. I should be laid to rest. And at my departure, after that, nobody must come there again. Allow me to go. If you want to show me love, if you want to take care of me, do so now.
Call him what you want. The stormy petrel, the architect of modern Ekiti State, the uncommon governor, who regularly broke protocols in the execution of his duties whilst in office by jumping on the cadre and eating by the roadside, will forever be remembered in Ekiti State for monumental activities and projects. These projects were named after iconic Ekiti people of blessed memory selected from various professional callings. These include the Ayodele Adetiloye Hall, the Fountain Hotel, the Trade Fair Complex, the Lady Jibowu Hall, Oduola Oshuntoku Lodge, Residential Lodge, Accountant General's Building, named after Professor Sam Aluko, the permanent site of the Ministry of Finance, named after Chief Ayodele, a veteran broadcaster and four-time Minister of the Federal Republic in his lifetime, the five-story Governor's Office, and the current permanent Governor's Office, the Aduniola Inca Building, named after the late Deputy Governor who passed while in service during the first tenure of Governor Fayose, the new High Court Complex, named after Justice Ademola Ajakaye, the pioneer Chief Judge of Ekiti State, and the first overhead bridge in Ado, the capital, commissioned by former President Goodluck Jonathan while in office, the new King's Market, and dualization of entry roads across the 16 local government areas of the state are some of the enduring legacies of the Fayose years in Ekiti State. 65 hearty cheers, Your Excellency, Peter Ayodele Fayose, for you remain a living legend.